What's going on, guys? Ryan O'Toole back here again, giving you guys another ranking. With the release of Creed 2, the sequel to Creed, I figured it's time for me to do my ranking of all 8 Rocky movies from worst to best. The Creed films are not Rocky movies, but they are part of the Rocky franchise, and Rocky Balboa is in them, so they're a part of it. Let me know your rankings of all the Rocky movies down below in the comments. What are your favorites? What are your thoughts on my list? Let's have a great discussion down below. And keep in mind, guys, this is all completely subjective. These are my opinions, so if your favorite Rocky movie is down at the bottom, I'm sorry, it's my list. Just be respectful down below in the comments, that's all I ask. Without further ado, let's get started. Coming in at number 8 is very obvious. It's Rocky 5. This is everyone's least favorite. This movie is terrible. It tries to go in a different direction in the franchise, but it just comes off as a completely bland sequel that Sylvester Stallone directed it, and it just felt like a very mushy film, where Tommy Gunn, this up-and-coming boxer that Rocky has traded, turns on him, and now they're gonna have a match, and it has a street fight, not an actual boxing match. Tries to do something different, but this movie just did not do it right. It felt like a stereotypical 90s movie, and it's the weakest one. Coming in at number 7 is going to be Rocky 4. Now, I know some people love Rocky 4, and this is the film that ties into Creed 2. It's not terrible. It's a guilty pleasure. It's very 80s, cheesy action film. But the best part is the story overall, with Rocky and Apollo Creed taking on their new toughest match, Ivan Drago Dolph Lundgren, who we all know, spoiler alert, kills Apollo Creed in the match. Now he takes on Ivan Drago, and the movie is full of 80s cheese nonsense. There's a really ridiculously awesome training montage over the snowy mountaintop with Stallone yelling out, "Drago!" It's really cheesy, and yeah, Rocky 4, it's not the best, but it's enjoyable. Coming in at number 6 is going to be Rocky 3. Yo, Rocky Balboa, you a chump. I'm Mr. T, I'm Cobra Lang, I pity the fool. Yeah, Mr. T is in Rocky 3. Another very cheesy film that I really love. Rocky 3, it's one of the darkest Rocky movies, where Mickey is so damn good in this movie, and spoiler alert, Mickey dies, Rocky's trainer, so now he has to take on the new hungry fighter, Clubber Lang, played by Mr. T, and this movie has some really awesome boxing matches. Especially the match with Thunderlips, Hulk Hogan, that's a really big one, and Stallone and Mr. T, they have big gigantic muscles. There's a really awesome training montage where Apollo Creed takes on the role of trainer for Rocky, and now they're just running on the beach with the typical training montage. Rocky 3, it is a really enjoyable movie. I love it, it's great, it's enjoyable. Coming in number 5, the top 5, I got Rocky 2. Rocky 2 is a great sequel. It dives into the rematch of Rocky versus Apollo Creed, where Apollo Creed technically won the first match, but he feels like he didn't win the overall match, that Rocky took him to the end. This movie, right after the first one, them in the hospital, and then Rocky and Adrian get married in this one, and then Adrian has a baby. The movie is just darker. It tries to go to a different new direction. Mickey's also great, and Rocky doesn't feel like he has it to go up against Apollo again. And the final boxing match is great. Rocky 2, it is a little slow paced, but still, it's enjoyable. It's a great sequel. Coming in at number 4 is Rocky Balboa. This was the return for the franchise. Back in 2006, Rocky 5 was awful, so of course this movie needed to be great, and it was. Rocky Balboa has some of the best performances in the series, and Sylvester Stallone gives one of his best performances here. He's older now, Rocky. He has to take on this new young guy, and the whole movie, it's a dark drama. I love the performances here from Paulie especially, who's great, and that was his last Rocky movie he was in the series, and of course, Rocky's son in the film. We all know the iconic scene with Rocky and his son. It ain't about how hard you can hit, it's about how hard you can get hit and keep moving forward. That's how winning is done. This movie's motivational, man. The final act is great. It's Rocky's return to stardom being at an old age, and it's a really epic movie. Coming in at number 3 is the newly released Creed 2. I just saw this film last night, so no spoilers. Stephen Cable Jr. stepping into Ryan Coogler's role and creating a very damn good sequel that really had a connective story, does follow the cliche lines of the other Rocky movies, but does it in a really mature way. All the performances were phenomenal. The Dragos were the standout, Dolph Lundgren's great, and the movie is just full of drama. There's a lot of intense boxing matches, there's a lot of conflicts and stakes on the line, and the movie just feels unsettling. And the way this sequel went, I did not expect it to go in this direction, and Stephen Cable Jr. provided one of the best Rocky films. It is great. Coming in at number 2 is Rocky 1976, the first one. Rocky 1976, this movie won Best Picture, and rightfully so. Sylvester Stallone as Rocky Balboa, starting this entire franchise off, starting this character off of Rocky Balboa, this up-and-coming rookie who wants to prove for himself, make a family with Adrian, and also take on the world champion Apollo Creed, played by Carl Weathers. In the final showdown's epic, it has the best training montage, of course, the original, with the original Rocky theme playing, and John G. Avildsen directed this movie very well. The screenplay is great, and many people consider this still the best, but it's my second best. And of course, coming in at number 1 is gonna be Creed. Ryan Coogler. What else needs to be said? Coogler directed this film flawlessly. It's a masterpiece. And the way that Creed went in a new similar direction, didn't rely on nostalgia, and it focused on a new story with Adonis Creed, Adonis Johnson, afraid to take on his father's name and fail. And Michael B. Jordan's phenomenal, but man, Sylvester Stallone, why did this man not win? Why did he not win the Oscar? It's a crime he didn't. All the performances were the best part, Tessa Thompson as well, and it creates a new storyline. The training montage feels a lot like a Ryan Coogler, that film that he put his stamp on. And the boxing matches, the one-take boxing match is my favorite boxing match in the entire series, and the score is great. Creed is a masterpiece. I have no problems with it. There you have it, guys. That was my ranking for all the Rocky movies. So, in the comment section below, what are your guys' rankings? And please tell me your thoughts on my list. And let's have a great discussion. I can't wait to talk with you guys. Thank you guys, as always, for watching this ranking. And if you guys liked it, give it a thumbs up. And if you're new to the channel, be sure to subscribe today for more content. All my social media links are in the description down below. Click that notification bell on your way out. And I will see you guys in the next video. Bye!